New at 6, church leaders across Hampton Roads have taken on a big role since the pandemic began. From testing and vaccine clinics to PPE, handing it out, these faith organizations reached parts of the community health leaders could not.
As Ann Sparacco reports, in the middle of the pandemic, church leaders found a new purpose.
You can say the pandemic put our faith to the test.
Wow, it was a learning curve.
But for church leaders like Pastor Charles Beeman, faith is what he relied on.
Not every day has been rosy, but nonetheless, it has been quite rewarding.
When Fourth Baptist Church in Portsmouth had to close at the start of the pandemic to keep everyone safe from COVID-19, Pastor Beeman says many of his parishioners felt lost.
You have to understand most of the churches today, preaching and Sunday morning is about more than just preaching, but it's about fellowship. And that was the missing piece for a lot of members, that I no longer can sit beside my best friend and worship together, the fellowship together.
In order to gather for celebrations, prayer, even mourning, masking up and getting vaccinated became a priority, though not everyone put their trust in the vaccine.
But there's a few people that said, I'm just not going to get vaccinated. Well, you just keep hoping and praying that someday they will. And as people of faith, we believe that God will protect us and provide for us. But at the same time, we believe that God gave us common sense as well.
It's a mission Pastor Dr. Jeffrey Guns took to heart.
Get a slot, get a shot. That was our motto.
In his nearly 39 years at Second Calvary Baptist Church in Norfolk, he says the pandemic highlighted a greater need in his area.
Within a 1-mile radius of this church, there's not a single medical facility. There's not a clinic. There's not a drugstore.
Teaming up with Centera to tackle health disparities, Gunn says he knew he could reach more people in these underserved communities.
The reality is, in the African American community, the church is trusted. We have literally been responsible for helping more than 25,000 people in this area get vaccinated.
A trust Guns and Beeman say will help church leaders continue their efforts and strengthen people's faith beyond the pandemic.
You feel extremely good that you were able to accomplish some things that is larger and greater than yourself.
We have a responsibility to our community. Those early detection things are in place to really kind of help improve the quality of life. That's where the next challenge is.
Reporting for 13 News Now, I'm Ann Sparacco.
Fourth Baptist and Second Calvary Baptist churches are not the only ones helping during the pandemic. Hundreds of churches across Hampton Roads team up with the Virginia Department of Health to make sure everyone gets access to COVID-19 tests and vaccines.